Hi, I'm Joel Crean and this is Weeknights coming to you from Maud Street Mall. We're checking today's local news headlines in just a tick, but also coming up tonight we'll get more details on the Kyabram Girls' Night Out, raising money for local women's health services. The powerboats were out on Victoria Park Lake at the weekend and Weeknights was there to see a bit of the action. Plus the Elmore Field Days is on this week, so tonight we're catching up with the Weather Bureau to find out more. And the Campaspe Shire is getting a new library, so stick around for those details as well. But as I mentioned, we've got to get today's news headlines. First off, it's across to you in the studio, Julie.
Thanks, Joel. The boy killed in yesterday's farm accident at Katanga has been named as 11-year-old Samuel Kasem. Police have continued their investigations for much of the day, but it's believed Samuel was staying at a friend's house and was helping move cows into the dairy when the quad bike he was riding rolled. The Year 5 student from St Joseph's Primary in Namurka wasn't wearing a helmet at the time and paramedics were unable to revive him at the scene. WorkSafe is also investigating the accident. The Hume point-to-point speed cameras are staying off for the moment. Victoria Police announced a major operation yesterday targeting the region's roads throughout October in an effort to curb the road toll. But the Hume cameras, which have been off for the last 12 months now, are unlikely to be switched on until later in the year. And Lake Ilton is looking like being full this weekend for the first time in 15 years. It's been a long, dry process for the Ilton community, particularly for tourism operators who are now rubbing their hands together ahead of what's tipped to be a bumper summer period. The lake hit 98% capacity over the weekend, with authorities monitoring those levels. I'll be back with more for you later on in tonight's show.
The Elmore Field Days is on this week with hundreds of exhibitors giving details to local farmers on research and development, plus equipment and services. The Weather Bureau is again one of those exhibitors this year, and Loretta Toulman has been to catch up with the bomb.
Today was the first of the Elmore Field Days, one of Australia's largest agricultural events. The three-day annual event showcases everything to do with farming, from machinery to livestock and sheep shearing displays, rural products and services, right through to entertainment and fashion. The Bureau of Meteorology is also in attendance, along with the Department of Primary Industries, so farmers can find out more about our ever-changing weather.
The Bureau of Meteorology attends Elmore Field Days each year, and we'll be in with the DPI this year at Tent 131. So we'll be able to talk to the public about the services that we offer, and they'll be able to come and have a one-on-one chat to a forecaster and a climatologist.
The one-on-one opportunity allows producers and farmers to find out what's ahead and what weather they need to plan for.
The main topic of conversation is usually about the seasonal climate outlook. Last year we had quite an eventful summer, so the La Nina event, if it returns this year, will be another topical event this year, I'm sure.
With a strong likelihood of El Nino returning, we can expect more rain and possible storms like last week's turbulent conditions.
So we had a lot of rain and thunderstorm activity throughout the Goulburn Valley last week, with a lot of rainfall, high rainfall totals recorded. Spring is our typical time of seeing severe thunderstorm activity, so we haven't got any more severe thunderstorms forecast for the remainder of this week, but certainly with spring and summer upon us, we can expect to see more rain and thunderstorm activity.
Warmer temperatures also on the radar.
Seasonal climate outlook for the next 3 months, so that's October through to December, we're looking at above average temperatures, both daytime and nighttime temperatures, and also an above average chance of exceeding the median rainfall, which basically means that given the conditions we could see probably not as much rainfall as last summer, but certainly an elevated amount compared to what we would normally see throughout the next 3 months.
It's a unique opportunity to speak directly with a forecaster and climatologist. So if you're keen on finding out more about the weather ahead and how it's predicted, the Bureau will be at the remaining Elmore Field Days tomorrow and Thursday.
These days it's pretty hard to have a one-on-one, face-to-face interaction with a forecaster or climatologist, so these field days are a really great opportunity for people to come and have their questions answered.
Deputy Premier Peter Ryan will officially open the new Agribusiness Pavilion tomorrow, which spans over almost an acre. It holds 91 of the 800 exhibitors on display. For more information, visit the website or call 5432 6176.
Kyabram Women's Health Services will benefit from a local fundraiser being put together by local ladies. Emily Whittam has the details on the Girls' Big Night Out.
Goulburn Valley girls, this one is for you. A group of Kyabram ladies is planning a girls' night out on the 20th of October, but they need a little help.
Community support has been amazing, really amazing. As in a small town, everyone bands together, it's been great. So we've had some really wonderful gifts and prizes donated from Rouge Living. We've got Boomerang Travel. We've got our major sponsor, Kai Free Press, which has been absolutely fantastic, but we need financial support now.
So what is the Girls' Night Out and how did it get started?
Well, it was after the years of during the years of the prolonged drought, when there was a lot of focus on men and women's health and having some needs for some time out for farming families, and we thought that having a girls' night out and inviting the local women to come along and just catch up with some friends that they haven't seen for a while in a really relaxed atmosphere. And the focus was going to be to just raise a little bit of money which we would put into women's health in Kyabram and district.
And they're hoping to up the ante this year in terms of fundraising.
We've got off to a fairly small start. We've only had a small group of attendees, about 120. Our venues are fairly small, so about $600 each year so far. So we're looking to improve on that this year. We've got some sponsorship happening and we're hoping to get a little bit bigger each year as we go along.
Organisers say the most expensive part of running any kind of night is the food.
Well, probably things like to help us out with our catering. We are fairly hands-on with our catering, and in this event we are putting together some gourmet Italian pizzas, antipasta platters, as well as pasta. And of course, as we all know, food is very expensive. So anything from supermarkets, cafes, restaurants, that type of thing that they can donate either financial or food product.
The women want all girls in the GV to get involved.
Yes, we're encouraging everyone to get all the women around Kyabram and district to get their tickets as soon as they can, and just contact one of the committee members, because it's always been a great night and women getting together, having a good chat and a fun and laugh. We have all the women coming together, enjoying some wine, beer, soft drink, some nice food, beautiful food. And this one we're naming the Tuscan Twilight, so we're going to have pizza, gourmet pizza, and antipasto and some pasta.
Tickets are available from Kyabram and District Hospital and Warramunda Village for $30.
Jordan is back on the streets later on, but there's plenty more to get through on Weeknights tonight.
Plenty more indeed, including a look at the model powerboats which were roaring on Victoria Park Lake at the weekend.
39 competitors and 175 boats.
And the Campaspe Shire's plans for a new library.
Handed over to the Circon Constructions, the company that are building the new library.
From Marupna to Moama, this is the Valley's own Weeknights.
The model powerboats returned to Victoria Park Lake in Shepparton at the weekend, and while conditions weren't ideal, the miniature vessels still drew a decent crowd, including our very own Lorena Toolman.
Victoria Park Lake sped into action on the weekend with the sound of motorboats racing across the surface.
We're holding the Victorian state titles, which has normally been held in Melbourne for the last 5 years. Got 49 competitors and 175 boats.
Shepparton's Prime Waterway hosted the State Motorboat Championships, a small-scale sport with a large-scale following.
We've got 5 from New Zealand, we've got 2 from Townsville, got another one from Burke, got 1 from Adelaide, Newcastle, Sydney, all over the show. So, we've got a really good turnout. So.
The small boats have a lot of grunt, average speeds of 90 kilometres per hour, with some as much as 150 k's. It's a time-consuming hobby to pioneer them to reach such limits.
They spend a lot of time in the shed at home getting it ready to go. Most of it's done in the shed at home, and because a race goes from start to finish, and normally anywhere from a minute to a minute 30, and it's all over. So they're not actually on the water that long.
And it can cost a pretty penny or two as well.
Most boats range anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. There's some people that have got about $300,000 or $400,000 worth of boats, but the average person would probably have about $10,000 in it.
It may be a small sport, but it has a big following with 450 model boaters around the country. Enthusiasts often come from a life-size boating background, then translated into a family-friendly sport.
A lot of them come from a boating background. They had real boats and they just like the look of a small-scale boat because they can relate to the real boat, and it's just something they can do with their family. They can come down with their sons and daughters and run the boat.
Due to the success of the event with high levels of both competitors and spectators, it's hoped that Shepparton will host more events like this in the future.
While bookstores may be dropping off the face of the earth and readers' eyes are turning to electronic options, the Campaspe Shire is investing in a brand new library. With the details on the plans, here's Emily Whittam.
The Shire of Campaspe is getting a new $1.5 million library, and the work is on the brink of beginning.
It is, yes, very exciting to be formally beginning the project. It's something that's been coming for a very long time, and we had our official sod turning and handed over to the Sercon Constructions, the company that are building the new library.
The plan is to have the first stage of development complete before December.
So they'll begin, I believe, 2nd of November, they'll actually formally take over the site and put up security fencing and begin preliminary works there. And late November, December, they'll be at the stage of pouring the slab for the building, and then in the new year, construction of the actual construction of the building will continue.
The new library will be built over the car park next to the Shire offices and just walking distance from the port.
The design incorporates in the locality close to our Echuca War Memorial. It will provide amenities for use on days when ceremonies are being conducted at the War Memorial, as well as meeting rooms and the library space inside the building.
And the building will share a special bond with the Echuca Wharf.
Certainly incorporating some of the old timber out of the wharf, the Echuca Wharf, which is currently being refurbished, so some of that wonderful old red gum timber will be incorporated into the new building.
Currently, the library is crammed into the old Town Hall building, which has become inadequate. Campaspe Shire Mayor Neil Pankhurst says the development is well overdue.
Yeah, it's certainly well and truly overdue. Actually, a comment was made at the opening that, or the official launch of the project, that when the library opened in its current site back in the mid-50s, within 5 years of it opening, they were already beginning to think that they were going to have to expand. So it's a project that's certainly been a long time coming and well overdue.
It's all happening for Echuca.
It certainly is all happening, and of course with the school holidays at present, there's many visiting the area, which is great to see.
We'll have more for you here on Weeknights on the other side of this break.
The top 10 things to do is coming up when Weeknights returns.
Anticipation and much build-up, but finally the Jelly Aid Festival is here.
And Peter Cardamone reviews the weekend's netball action, including the A-grade win to Kyabram.
The Goulburn Valley Netball League on the weekend, it was grand finals in 4 grades.
This is Weeknights, local people, local issues.
Welcome back, and for an early glimpse at what's on this weekend, let's catch up with Emily at the Aussie Hotel in Shep for a look at the top 10.
Hey guys, Emily here at the Aussie Hotel with the top 10 things to do this weekend on this Tuesday. Nice and early so you can lock your plans in well in advance. Well, there has been much anticipation and much build-up, but finally the Jelly Aid Festival is here. It's happening on Saturday from 1 p.m. and it is a drug and alcohol-free event. Tickets are $35 or $45 at the gate, and headlining acts include Closure in Moscow, Tonight Alive, and Jelly's own band, JC. This weekend, it's all about farming as the Shep Showgrounds prepares to host the Shepparton Agricultural Show 2011. Come and enjoy the annual show with events including woodshop, horticulture, arts, craft, poultry, and dogs. Dairy cattle will also be a feature, and you will be able to see a range of rare agriculture and domestic bred animals. Mansfield is also holding a Relay for Life event at the showgrounds starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday. The day and night will include children's entertainment, a cycling and rowing relay, and horses. There will also be a candlelight hope ceremony at 7 p.m. that night and a closing ceremony on Sunday at noon. Live bands will be entertaining, and all funds are going towards cancer research. And on Sunday, Benalla will hold its Better Bike Hike from Faulkner Drive. The hike offers 3 different courses to cater for your ability and your fitness, but all in all, it's just about enjoying the ride. All the funds will go to the EdSpace Bike program as well, so a very good cause indeed. Well, that is all from me for the top 10 things to do this weekend on this Tuesday at the Aussie Hotel. I'll be back on Friday for a recap. Until then, enjoy your week.
Thanks, Emily. In news today, the Greater Shepparton City Council has met behind closed doors again today to discuss the GV Link project. There's been no comment from the council on whether it's close to securing a tender for the Freight and Logistics Centre, with work unable to go ahead until then. Land in Mooroopna has been bought and set aside for the GV Link project, with Mayor Jeff Dobson saying it'll benefit local fruit growers in the GV once it's up and running. To state politics now, and the opposition says the Baillieu government needs to get on with the job of growing regional Victoria on the back of new data. The Westpac Coast to Coast report for September says the state's economy has slowed. The Shadow Treasurer says jobs need to be created in order for areas like the Goulburn Valley to move forward. And Mount Buller has officially unveiled plans for its summer investment, including $4.5 million on a new chairlift and a new ticketing system. The new lift will reportedly be ready to take boarders and skiers between the Horse Hill and Grimus chairlifts come winter.
Big weekend of sport across our region. In the reserves, it was a win to Tatton in the netball. It was a win to Kai. And with all of the details on all of the action, here's Peter Cardamone at Deakin Reserve.
Well, it was an unbelievable day in the netball court in the Goulburn Valley Netball League on the weekend. It was grand finals in 4 grades, in A grade B, B reserve and 17 and unders. Happy to let you know, here are the premiers for 2011 in an A grade. Kyabram, they flexed their muscles, they were outstanding from the word go, and they ran out victorious winners in the end. 48-26 by 22 goals. Unbelievable performance from the Kyabram Netball Club. Well done. In B grade, United, terrific. They won by 3. United 43 to the Swans 40. A great performance. Also in B reserve, it was a performance, well, they won't forget this one. United 45 defeated the Shepparton Swans 39. And in the 17 and unders, this was the boil over. Shepparton went in hot favourites. Just before the final siren, United scored a goal to go into extra time. They were 7 goals down at three-quarter time, the United girls. And then you would not believe what happened in extra time. They ended up blowing Shepparton out of the water. They ended up winning by 7. So well done to the United Demons in netball. They won 3 from 3. They won their seniors football. Great day for Ray Dobson and also for Jackie Hudson and everyone involved at the United Netball Club. So well done. Now let's take a look at the reserves grand final 2. Well done to the Bulldogs, premiers and champions in 2011. Final scores: Tatura 7-13-55. 12-point winners over the very brave Benalla Saints 6-7-43. Congratulations to Van der Donk, the coach of the Tatura Bulldogs. He's the coach and done a wonderful job in 2011. And in the under-18s, well done to Jason Wells. He finishes as their under-18 coach, and on a great day, and Kane Thompson was voted best on ground. Well done to him. Nice to see him play some senior football next year and more importantly, play some really good senior footy. But the Bears were victorious on a great day. Sunday morning at 9:15. It was early, it was slippery, but they were too good on the end. Shepparton final scores 9-13-67 to United 4-11-35. It was a 32-point win to the Bears. So there you have it. All the netball, football's wrapped up from grand final day. Tomorrow night, yes, we'll announce the Weeknights, best GVL team of the past 20 years. Make sure you're watching.
Jordan is up next. This is Weeknights. Stay tuned. Well, it's just about showtime in Shep, and that gave Jordan his idea for this week's spot. Here he is on the streets.
Everyone wins. I don't think so. Not when it comes to playing these machines, like the ones that they're going to have as part of Sideshow Alley when the Shepparton show lands on the 8th and 9th of October. That's this week. You can win family passes with Star FM, so listen tomorrow morning for your chance. But I want to find out if anyone's actually won on a machine like this. Have you won at Sideshow Alley? $1 goes in. What do you think your chances are? Pretty good?
No, not the way my luck is.
Come on, go for Ernie. Go for Ernie. Have you ever actually won anything, like thrown the ball and hit over the milk bottle? Has anyone won anything for you?
No. I can't think when the last time I won anything, really.
You can't, can you? Because I don't think anyone wins.
No, they don't.
Oh.
It's getting harder and harder to win the big ones, isn't it?
What's the best thing you've won?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Have you ever won anything there?
No.
No. Has anyone won something for you?
No.
Well, I won this big teddy, this teddy, one time, and on this ball throwing game, and yeah.
How did you? So you had to throw the ball and knock something over, or get it in a loop?
Getting in the whole thing, and yeah.
You're a champion.
Yeah.
We've got a champion here. He's actually won something. The first person I met that's won something. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks.
What's the best thing you've ever won from one of them?
Big stuffed toy.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Luck.
Well, I think everyone deserves to win at least one sideshow in their life, so we set up our very own out the side of Shepparton Marketplace right now, and we've got Michael and Thomas who are going to have a go at trying to get me in the face with a cream pie. I reckon, I've got a pretty good chance of being out of this unscathed. All right, Michael, you ready to go, mate? All right, 3, 2, 1.
Don't do it.
Oh my God, you've done it!
You did it! You did it! Yes! Good work! Yes! That's the first time I've ever seen anyone win. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was pathetic, mate. Where was that? Oh. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy the Shepparton show when it's on this weekend. Oh.
And we'll catch up with Jordan again next Tuesday night. But remember, you can catch him and Steph on 96.9 Star FM tomorrow morning for brekkie. And now for a final look at today's headlines, it's back to you, Julie.
Lastly tonight, Joel, Ambulance Victoria appears to have reached an agreement with the union over controversial roster changes. AV was looking to introduce a new regional roster which would force paramedics to drive hours between stations to cover shifts. But the union says an in-principle agreement has been reached after the two parties entered mediation talks with Fair Work Australia. Lock up your car and your home. That's the message from Shepparton Police after yet another spate of break-ins and burglaries. Leading Senior Constable Thelma Bull spoke to Weeknights about the issue several weeks ago and says people are still not getting the message. She says people need to hide valuables in their cars and make sure they're locked of a night. And briefly, 14-year-old Pierre Taylor, who was reported missing from Coonamoo, has been found. Police say he was spotted in Tokemwal and is safe and well. Good news there. That wraps it up from the news desk. Now it's over to our McDonald's Weather Whiz Kid.
Hi, my name is Connor. I am in Year 4 at Ardmona Primary School. I am today's Weather Whiz Kid. Here's the weather.
Starting with a look at the satellite image, and a high pressure system will move slowly eastwards to be centred over the Tasman Sea tomorrow. A low pressure trough will approach Western Victoria tomorrow as well. The trough will weaken as it enters the state on Thursday and will remain slow moving over Eastern Victoria on Friday. Checking what happened across the region today, there was some cloud about for Albury with a top of 20 after a low of 3. Partly cloudy and 21 for Shepparton and Bendigo. Melbourne managed 22 degrees after a low of just 8 degrees overnight. Partly cloudy and 23 for Denny after an overnight low of 7. Echuca reached a high of 22 degrees after a low of 5. Some cloud cover for Benalla and Seymour as well, both with tops of 21 degrees. And tomorrow's looking wet, rain on the way for Albury with a top of 21 after an overnight low of 6 degrees. The same expected for Shepparton after dropping to 8. Wetter in Bendigo, 8 to 20 degrees. Rain for Melbourne as well with a forecast top of 23 after a low of 12. Wet weather for Denny as well with a top of 20, 9 to 22 for Echuca, rain and 21 degrees on the cards for Benalla and Seymour. And with daylight savings in place, sunrise will be at 6:51 tomorrow with the sun setting at 7:24 p.m. So taking a look at the next few days now, and we should keep the umbrella handy with more wet weather across the state. Shepparton can expect rain tomorrow with a top of 21. Showers look set to continue again on Thursday. The mercury sitting on 21, similar conditions for Friday. A fairly bleak week for Benalla, 21 the forecast top for the rest of the week, teamed with showers. Echuca, rain and 22 degrees on the way tomorrow. Showers continuing on Thursday. More showers are expected on Friday for a top of 23 degrees. Those heading to Melbourne, it's not looking much better there. Rain on the way, 23 tomorrow. Showers and 22 for Thursday. Wet and 21 the expected high on Friday.
That was the weather. I'd like to say hello to all my friends and family.
That's all from the Weeknights team from Maud Street Mall on this Tuesday. The 7 p.m. project is coming up next on Southern Cross 10. I'm Joel Crean and we'll see you again tomorrow night.